so that I don't mispronounce your name, can you say your name for the listeners?
It's Neffera Ba Aanaqtat Rayaytat.
Okay. And today we talking with the sister live on WNT9 Radio, and she's going to give us her views, her personal views on the degree of sisterhood.
Rahul back, you star. Let's see. The subject today: sisterhood in the Black community. When I thought about this particular subject, it touched me in different ways, of course. But I will say this from my personal experiences. Well, first and foremost, I like to give a shout out, to my sisters in all communities and to the sisters that have spoken before me. I appreciate you very much, and I love you. In order to be a sisterhood, we must first have to be unified, because we know that there's power in numbers. But how do we do that? Well, I like to say, I love all my sisters. I don't care who they are, whether I know them or not, because you have to be completely filled up with divine love in the first place in order for things to work out effectively. But I've had bad experiences and good experiences in the community, the Black community, with sisters. Now, I will say this. In order for a sister to love another sister, they first have to tap into themselves and love themselves, because you cannot express love towards anyone, be it a sister or a brother, or aunt or uncle, if you don't know how to love yourself first, because everything starts and begins with you.
Facts.
I recognize, we all have issues as Black women. It's just, it's stressful enough just being a Black woman, period. But it's even more stressful when we as sisters in the community, we tear each other down. And this goes on a lot, and a lot of people don't like to speak on it. And I don't want to bring any negative energy to the podium, but there are things that need to be addressed so that we can go to the next level. But we can't do that.
Well, let me just jump in right quick to let you know that the whole purpose of what we're doing with WNT9 Radio is to allow people to express themselves and be heard. So there is no judgment there's no judgment on anything that you express today, sis.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that, because I don't judge people either. We all have a story to tell.
No doubt.
And some of our stories are very similar. Sisterhood. I feel that, let me see how I can say this. When we as sisters can really understand how to treat each other with love, we have to understand what love is. But a lot of times we can't be sisters because we don't know any better, and we haven't been taught. And I hate to say this, but I've seen this, and a lot of times I'm the type of female where I love all my sisters. If a sister looks at me, I'm going to automatically smile because that's who I am. Right. But I've experienced a lot of times that when I smile at a sister, she'll snub her nose at me or roll her eyes. All of them don't do it, but a lot of them do. And I ask myself, why do they act that way? Why do they act that way? So this is what I feel. A lot of times, we as sisters, we go through so much in our personal life with our spouse, mates, however you want to call it,
right.
That, and I say this because sometimes we stay in relationships that don't benefit us. But and we're being mistreated, and we know we are being mistreated. It's right there. The handwriting is on the wall, but we make a conscious decision to stay in the relationship. Okay, now you mad. A lot of times they're mad at any woman because now they think everybody wants their man because their man has taken them through so many hurtful situations.
Wow.
And they can't get past that. So now they're paranoid and they're jealous and they're angry and they're burdened down with so many things that are unhealthy, these disagreeable low entity vibrational frequencies that they can't even love themselves. So how are they going to show love to a sister?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it gives them low self-esteem. They're angry with the world. insecure because of the shade of their skin. This sister might be a little darker. That sister might be a little lighter. So now we got a problem because the lighter one thinks she's better than the one that has a darker shade. And this is what we do as women to each other. And a lot of times nobody wants to talk about it, but it's an issue that needs to be addressed, even in the family. Everybody say we say we love each other. You know, we can say that like it's just words. But do you really mean, where is it coming from?
Right.
But then why can't we all just get together? Why we got to be divided in little cliques? What's that about? What is that all about? We all struggle with the same issues because we're all one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that if we learn how to once love ourselves unconditionally and really know who we are and what we are, that we are gods, if we can just get to a point where we really know that without a shadow of a doubt, then when we look at our sister, we'll see a reflection of ourselves because my sister is me and I am my sister.
No doubt.
But until we can get rid of all the baggage that we carry on a day-to-day basis, we're not going to elevate. We're not going to come together. And that's just how it's going to be. But I'm not saying that to say that there aren't women out there that are for the sisterhood, because I'm one of them. And I know there are a lot of them on the book that I have met spiritually and our energy on the same level. I can feel their love. But there are some,
right?
You know, you just don't feel that because I divide off of energy. You can tell me anything all day long, but if I don't feel it, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It shouldn't have to be a catastrophe. Nothing should have to happen in order for us to come together. Because if you're watching the news, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just not happening. It's just coming out. We're going to get to a point where we all going to need each other.
Right. Do you think that it's a possibility as to why this is happening could be people just take we take ourselves for granted? A lot of sisters just take themselves for granted.
Yes, we do. We take ourselves for granted. A lot of us do. And because of our upbringing, and a lot of times we have experienced a lot of things growing up as a child, you know, and never got the issues resolved. And then we carry them on into our adult life. And we wonder why we're so angry. I've seen women that seem like they're always angry. Like, what is wrong? Are you, every time I see you, you're just mad. It can't be that bad.
Right.
And then I say to myself, if it is that bad, then you need to do something about it. Mm-hmm. But don't take it out on everybody else. A lot of sisters don't know how to be a friend, you know?
Now, a friend.
I've been in a relationship with friends where I have told, personal things and, and we all talk sometimes, but some things should be taken out of context.
Right.
But I believe that we should always, no matter what's going on, we should lift each other up, encourage each other every day.
There it is.
If we practice that, then it will become a part of who we are. But we got to practice it. We can't just practice it with certain people. And that's just how I feel about it.
Now,
but,
we do understand that, everybody is not going to be all in love with everybody. But
right.
We definitely do need to see more sisters actually, bond more and learn to, just get along on a level where we can produce something in this world while we're here. I think a lot of time with the brothers, we just be doing what we do, and we never think about what not having a brother by our side, the next day or the next month or whatever. So we do take our relationships for granted. I think with the sisters, the sisterhood really doesn't, we stick to the bylaws of our organizations or our fraternities, and we stick to those things so much that we forget to actually have outside relationships that would supersede the fraternal gatherings or the fraternal relationship. We need to learn to put the fraternities to the side, and that is what it is. And those who are in, and those who are not, are not.
Right.
An organization can open and close, but a life is here or it's gone. So
right.
I think what happens with the brothers is definitely happening with the sisters, in regards to sisterhood, that we do take our relationships for granted. And, I would want to ask you, what would be a solution for such a thing, happening, amongst the sisters?
I've had this vision for a while. And I just see an auditorium just full of Black women, and we have different speakers touching in different areas of our lives. So if we can all get together in one room and realize that we all one and the same, and we do have some of the same struggles every day,
right?
Maybe that'll help us get to the next level. We got to start somewhere. Right. But the thing is just coming together. Just coming together. I just pray that it'll just be so many women that it just amazes the world. I just pray for stuff like that, because I used to be, when I was a minister back in the throwback days, and I thought Jesus was real. I used to be over a women's ministry, and it dealt with a lot of hurting women, and that's always I just love sisters. I just love them. I've been through a lot in my life, and if you haven't been through nothing, you can't tell anybody anything.
Wow.
You can tell them, but you can't talk about what you don't know or haven't done, But you can read a book and say, well, yeah, I read somewhere, but have you experienced it?
Right.
A lot of us need somebody to talk to, but we're so burdened down, we don't even know how to reach out. And it's so sad, and it grieves my heart when I see things like that. But you know what? I'm a positive person. I don't mean to be negative. I'm just addressing some things that bother me, Right. And I believe, and I know that we're going to get better. I know that. I'm going to put that out in the universe. I'm not giving up on none of my sisters,
No doubt. Well, when you say talking, social media is just another thing in the world, and it could be used for positive or negative. And I think
absolutely.
I think a lot of people actually utilize it for the most part for positive. It's just that no matter what we're doing, negative always seems to be entertainment. So it may appear that everybody is just flocking to be entertained by negative comments and things of that nature. But I would love to see sisters, just across the globe. I would love to see Black women come together and actually do something for the betterment of Black women, the betterment of sisterhood, without it being some type of fraternity or something you need to join,
right,
or something like that, some sorority or something like that, just the qualification is that you're a sister, you're a Black woman, regardless. You don't have to be a mother, you don't have to be just a sister. That's it. That's the qualification, but you don't have enough of those. So to go into what you were saying about what you see as far as a vision or a dream, to see a room full of women, room full of sisters,
and everybody's smiling, and the energy is so high. We're embracing each other. We're crying. We're sharing stories.
Right.
We're being healed. We got to be healed. A healing has to take place. Now, a divine healing.
I wouldn't say that things like this is not being done, but I would say that.
Oh, I'm sure it is, but I haven't seen it done.
Right, which is why I'm saying I think those things need to be promoted more, and they need to be happening more, opposed to whenever they are happening. It's not a movement, and I think that the sisterhood needs a movement, because in most religions, you have all of these male movements, and it's empowering. It has been empowering to the man, regardless of his nationality. So when it comes to sisterhood, you all need a movement. You need a sisterhood movement, and
absolutely,
the qualification again should just be that you're a sister. That's it. real simple. And everybody
Just that
everybody
simple.
bring
We
their
make
own
things
culture.
complicated.
Everybody bring their own
Absolutely.
understanding of love. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As long as we have love on board, we're not going to go wrong anyway, because love is powerful.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
if it's divine and true and real.
Well,
I've been around long enough to see fake love and know it.
I was brought up in a household full of women, so
Well, you know how to respect a woman. Don't you?
I worship women, so
Well, that's a wonderful thing.
I honor women. I love me a black woman. So
As you should, my brother. Ain't nothing like it.
Nothing at all. So my thing is, I would love to see, your dream, your vision, actually manifest. So if anyone's out there listening, definitely I encourage you to go ahead and put this thing together. And if you're already doing it, do it on a bigger scale. Just promote it. Send us some flyers or whatever it is that you're doing, so we can help promote it. WNT9 RADIO at gmail.com. You can send us whatever. We would definitely get behind that, sister. And I'm kind of cheating. I'm gonna tell everybody that don't know though. But you also have one of your talents is that you sing.
Yes, I do. I love to sing. It's a passion. It heals me. If I'm feeling some type of way and I start singing, whatever I was feeling is gone.
Ah, wow! Look at that.
And I love that. I know how to bring myself out of the valley. Out of the sunken place.
Right.
We got to get together so we can do that for one another. Bring each other out of a sunken place. And I'm down for it.
Wow.
If anybody's out there that's working on this movement, please, please, please include me. I'll do whatever I can do, whatever I'm able to do. I will do it, whether it be on the phone, talking to them, whatever you need me to do. Just holler at your sister.
You said bring us out of a sunken
place.
Bring us out of a sunken place. Wow.
I remember the song when I used to go to church. They used to sing this song, if you have to reach way down, Jesus will pick you up. Well, if a sister has to reach way down to pick her sister up, that's what she's going to do.
No doubt.
That's what we're supposed to do.
No doubt. Well, I'm hearing good things from, every sister that I speak to. We're doing a series.
Yes, they were wonderful.
Yeah, we're doing a series of interviews. Many we have not played most of them yet, but they're coming. Mm-hmm. And pretty much, all the sisters want to come together more, and all the sisters have ideas as to, how that should happen, etc. And I think it's a beautiful thing.
I thank you for the part that you are playing in this, because you are playing a divine part in this too.
Well, all brothers are in support of each other when it comes to, all brothers I know are in support of each other when it comes to, the black woman, when it comes to womanhood, sisterhood. So we're just trying to create a lane whereas sisters from one part of the globe can actually start listening and communicating with sisters from another part of the globe. And
right.
We're looking for you all to just pick it up.
Prejudging one another.
Yeah. We're looking for you all to pick it up and go ahead and take this thing on a level that only you can take it. We can only do so much, but remember, we are looking. When you said Jesus wasn't real, I'm like, well, you real? I'm talking to one of the messiahs on the line right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we view our women. That's how conscious men, gods, view the creator. We view you in that fashion. And so with no pressure at all, and acknowledgement, sometimes, people, even God, need to be heard. Even God needs to hear that she is God. So
right. Absolutely.
So this is where we are, creating a format that would actually help you, embrace what it is to be God. And really, like you said before, all it starts with is to want to be heard. So here we are.
Absolutely.
Here we are. WNT9 Radio. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to share your thoughts, your views. I definitely want to stay in contact with you so we can get in tune with some of that music that that voice, so we can actually go ahead and start, sending that out there, send that frequency out there. So, that can help
thank
heal.
you.
It's all about healing. So
Right.
you definitely sound like a healer, look like a healer, feel like a healer. So
Thank
definitely
you
want to
so
stay in
much.
touch with you, sis. One more time, can you say your name for the people?
Neffera Ba Aanaqtat Rayaytat.
Right here at WNT9 Talk Radio. Hold on, sis. Don't hang up.
Okay.
WNT9 Talk Radio.